Hello students, good morning everyone. Hello. Hi children, how are you? Good morning. Sakshi, Aboli, Akansha. Good morning everyone. Anjali, Udayan. So you're all ready to take the class. Can I start? First of all, am I audible to you all?
Yes,
First,
sir.
please. Very good, very nice, very nice. So shall we start? Because some students need to get added. So we will wait for at least 2 minutes and then we will start. Okay.
What happened, yaar?
Nothing happened. Prasenjit. Just 2 minutes. I'll start. Okay. Because many students need to get added. Sorry, sir, by mistake. No problem. Nothing. Don't worry. Sir, for doubt, we have to type or start the mic. See, whenever you have doubt, you just on the mic and speak. And after your doubt get finished, you immediately off the mic. You can speak directly to me. Okay. On your mic, speak. After your doubt got clarified, immediately off the mic. Okay. Prachi Suresh is also joined. Okay, Siddhi also joined. Anupam Narayan, he also joined. Okay, I think I waited enough. I think I waited around 5 minutes. So I think I need to start. What do you say, students? Can I start or shall I wait 2 more minutes? Whatever you say, I don't have any problem. So you tell, shall I start or start, sir? Okay, okay, okay. So thank you. I'll start. So before I start, yesterday's class में any difficulties are there? So आपको कुछ problems, confusions, queries कुछ है? Please tell me. And then if you don't have any problems, and today's class I'll start. Hope you understood. Yesterday's class many doubts are there. If you have any doubt, on your mic, see somewhere here, I think left corner pe you can be able to see the mic. You on that mic and speak and off it. No doubt, no doubt. Okay, thank you. So I will continue with today's class. Okay, so students, yesterday, okay, no doubt. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good, very good. So today's class I'll join. Okay, I'll start. Okay. Now, today's class, I am going to explain about the modifications of adventitious roots. Yesterday also I explained the modifications. आपको याद है ना? Yesterday I gave the modifications of the normal root. Okay, but today also I am explaining the root modifications, but it is adventitious roots. Okay, adventitious roots. Here I mentioned modifications of adventitious roots. You're understanding it? Yesterday only, just in the last class only, I told you adventitious roots matlab the root that arises from any part of the plant. Again I'll tell you, root arises from any part of the plant. That is called as, of course, sorry, any part of the plant according to the need. Any part of the plant according to the need. Understanding it? Then that is called as adventitious root. Understanding it? Whereas in this modifications of adventitious roots, the first one is nothing but storage adventitious root. That means yesterday also I explained about storage root. Yaad hai na? But that root is a normal root. That means primary root. You're understanding it? And now also I'm explaining storage root only. But this root is adventitious root. You're understanding it? Now, if the, please understand, this is a very important thing. If the adventitious root helps in the storage of the food material, then that type of roots, they are called as tuberous roots. Understanding it? Now tell me, what is the meaning of tuberous roots? If the adventitious roots, helps in storage, then that type of roots are called as tuberous roots. Now, did you understand what is the meaning of tuberous root? If you have any doubt, on the mic and speak, no problem, I can listen. Tuberous root मतलब समझ में आया ना? Yeah, someone on the mic? Yeah, no doubt. Okay.
Yes, sir, understood.
Understood. Very good. Now, let us take tuberous root के लिए one classic example I'm telling you, that is nothing but hypomia batata. You know hypomia batata? That is nothing but sweet potato. And I think you are eating it, boil it and you will eat. Am I correct or not? I think everyone must have seen. This is what you call sweet potatoes. Understanding it? And this sweet potato, please understand, here I am drawing. Now let us take, this is a plant. Just imagine, this is a plant. Okay. Now this is soil, mitti, and either root. Okay. Now this is a normal root. Okay. Now the normal root, it grow like this. Normal root, it aram say it will go. Now at the time of storage, that means when the plant wanted to store the food material, please understand, from the basal part. So this is a basal part. From the basal part of the stem, there arises one adventitious root. Understanding it? देखो, मैं draw कर रहे इधर. I am drawing it also. So this is the adventitious root. See, this is a normal root and this is the adventitious root. And the adventitious roots, it starts storing the food material. Understanding it? When it starts storing the food material, it produces the tubers like this. Understanding it? Either दिख रहा है ना? See, it started absorbing the food material and it converts into a tuber shape. Understanding it? And there's a tuber shape in which the food material it is stored, then that is called as a tuberous root. Understanding it or not? If you understand also, from my side, I need to revise once. So once again, a very short recap I'll give you. Dekho, if you take either, I'll draw, I need some space. Imagine this is a sweet potato plant. This is a stem and this is a normal root. Okay, aram say this is a normal root, and this is a lateral root or secondary root, tertiary root, quaternary, 5 prime, 3 prime, understand, 6 prime, like that. This is a normal root. Okay. Now, whenever the hypomia, I mean sweet potato plant, it wanted to store the food material. See, this is the base of the stem. See, either say एक adventitious root it will be formed. देखो, मैं कैसे ड्रा कर रहे देखो. This is the adventitious root, and this adventitious roots, it start storing the food material, and it results in the formation of a tuberous structure like this. and these tuberous structures which are formed due to the storage of the food material, that only are calling it as tuberous roots. Understanding it? Now I stopped. I'm stopping. Now you can on your mic and you can ask any doubt. What is a tuberous root? If you understand, that's very good. If you don't understand, you can ask any doubt. Yes, you can on your mic and you can start asking tuberous root my doubts. Yes students, थोड़ा थोड़ा जल्दी कीजिए प्लीज. I already started my class 15 minutes late, so थोड़ा थोड़ा जल्दी कीजिए. Tuberous root में any doubts please ask. Okay, I think everyone understood, that's why you are not responding. I'm thinking so. After that, if you have any doubts, you can WhatsApp me. I will clarify your doubt. Okay. Now this is the next root. This is fasciculated root. So earlier root, it is nothing but tuberous root, whereas now also I'm explaining one more root that is nothing but a fasciculated root. You know, fasciculated root matlab dekho, see, let us take, imagine this is dahlia plant. Understanding it? So I'm sorry, dahlia plant, okay, or asparagus plant. Now this is a normal root. Dekho, a normal root is normal root. Whenever I say normal root is normal root only, okay. So this is a normal root. Now fasciculated root में क्या होता है ना, it develops adventitious roots in a cluster. देखो ऐसा 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 ऐसा, there is no proper pattern. Understanding it? Clusters जैसा. That's why for your understanding only I brought this image. देखो एक cluster जैसे, एक ग्रुप, एक बंच जैसे the adventitious roots are formed, and all the adventitious roots, they helps in the storage, and it looks like a cluster. Then that is called as a fasciculated root. Now you will definitely get a doubt. What is the doubt? Sir, what is the difference between tuberous root and fasciculated root? Because you told dono they are storage roots, then what? And dono they are advantageous, then what is the difference, sir? See, if you take tuberous root, yes, it is also advantageous root. Yes, and fasciculated root, it is also advantageous. Dono same. It is also helps in storage, and it also helps in storage. Sir, this is also same. That means first point is same and second point is also same. Third point is different. What is that? You know, in the third point, tuberous root, it store the food material. Yes, I do accept, but it store the food material with regular intervals. Otherwise I'll show you also if you want. I am here, the slide is here only na. देखो, see, इधर एक आया, in इधर एक आया. See, देखो, there is some gap between, you can see, otherwise I'll draw. See, this is a gap between one storage unit to the other storage unit. There is some gap. Did you notice it or not? There is some gap. See, देखो, इधर एक storage root है and एक gap है. Now in the fasciculated root, there is no gap. Did you notice it or not? See, without any gap, they are formed in a cluster. Did you see any gap in this? No, no. So if there is no gap, if it is forming like a bunch, then that is called as fasciculated root. No, storage is happening, but one storage unit to other storage unit, there is some gap is there, then that is called as a tuberous root. Understand it? Yes, Gayatri, बोलिए. Gayatri Kiran Patil, please, if you have any doubt, please ask. कुछ confusion आया क्या? Where is Gayatri? Just now she on the mic. हाँ बेटा बोलिए, मैं सुन रहे. I am listening to you. Please tell me. Okay. Okay, I think so you understood. Now, anyone has any doubts between the tuberous root and fasciculated root, any confusions, so please let me know. Otherwise, I'll go for the next modification. So I am waiting for you. So tuberous root, fasciculated root. Any confusions, please let me know.
The tuberous root and fasciculated root का difference नहीं समझ में आया.
नहीं समझ में आया? Okay. See, this is tuberous root. Just imagine. Okay, this is tuberous root. Tuberous root, and let us take, this is a fasciculated root. Fasciculated. Now देखो, please try to understand. Tuberous root, it is also storage root. Okay, and fasciculated, this is also storage only. Now it is advantageous, of course it is also advantageous, but tuberous root may imagine this is a, just imagine this is a advantageous route. Okay, now in this storage is taking place, now imagine here the storage and here एक unit and थोड़ा gap लेके and here one storage unit, और थोड़ा gap लेके इधर one storage unit, और थोड़ा gap लेके इधर one storage unit, like that with regular intervals it is formed, the storage it is taking place, but with regular intervals, then that is called as tuberous root. समझ में ना? Now fasciculated root मतलब if you take, this is the stem and this is the main root, just imagine this is a main root. Okay, main root consisting of this primary root, secondary root, lateral root. Now a bunch of advantageous roots are formed from the base of the stem. Okay, a bunch of advantageous roots are formed from the base of the stem, and all this bunch, देखो, this is the main root, understanding it, and all these bunches, they helps in the storage. So if the storage it is taking place with the, like a cluster with no gap, then that is called as fasciculated root. Abhi samajh mein hai na? Now
Yes,
if you
sir.
have, yes na, any other, yes student, yes boli, someone are speaking, someone tried to say something, please, I am listening, please tell.
ट्यूबरस रूट एडिबल होता है ना?
समझ में नहीं आया, आई एम सॉरी.
ट्यूबरस रूट एडिबल होता है ना?
Eriban, I did not get you here, I'm sorry. Otherwise you can type, I can see. I did not get you, I'm sorry. Yeah? You can even type also. Chalo. Rest of the students, you understood it or not? Can I go for the next slide or not? Any doubts? Students, थोड़ा response दीजिए, otherwise monopolistic हो जाएगा. Whether you are understanding, just on the mic yes sir बोलने में क्या है? I don't understand. Why are you hesitating to say yes or no? Okay, on the mic and say yes. Okay. So the next one. See, if you take the next modification, that is nothing but nodulose root. Okay, yesterday, don't get confused. Huh? Yesterday I explained about nodulated root, and this is a nodulose root. Understanding it, ये थोड़ा ध्यान से, and biology में this small mistakes only, they becomes very costly. Understanding it, you may lose your marks also. Yesterday also I told you that is a nodulated root. Understanding it, rhizobium bacteria, but now I am explaining about nodulose root. Okay, nodulose root, what happens, you know, dekho, just imagine this is a plant, just imagine this is a plant. Okay, now this is a normal root. Okay, normal root is normal root, a primary root, okay, and secondary, lateral, and like this. Now it produces the adventitious roots, dekho, it produces advantage, these are adventitious roots. Now what happens, you know, that tips of the adventitious roots, dekho, the tips of the adventitious roots, if they swell, the tips of the adventitious roots, if they swell, then that root, it is called as a nodulose root. Which root? Nodulous. Otherwise I have one pictorial representation, देखो, this is a nodulose root. Okay, nodulous root आपको दिख रहा है ना? See, this is a normal root, आराम से जा रहे, but these are adventitious roots. The tips of adventitious roots, they are swelling due to the storage of the food material, then that is called as a nodulose root. Sir, किधर मिलेगा? Ginger, understanding it, sorry, mango ginger, I'm sorry, otherwise I'll show you. See, this is a mango ginger, understanding it. So in mango ginger you can be able to see what you call nodulose root. So any doubts in nodulose root, any problems in nodulose root, you can please ask, otherwise I'll go to the next one. Nodulose
No
root
doubt,
में
sir.
any, no doubt?
अंडरस्टूड
Okay,
सर.
very good, very good, very nice. Now the next one is moniliform or beaded roots. Understanding it? Moniliform or beaded roots. Okay, what is moniliform or beaded roots? Dekho, if the adventitious roots, if they swell, dekho, this is a normal root. Okay, let us take this is a normal root. Okay, now adventitious root in moniliform root क्या होता है ना, with regular intervals it store the food material. देखो, आपको समझ में है ना? देखो, और interval. If regular intervals, if the storage of the food material if it is taking place, then that is called as moniliform. Understand? देखो इधर clearly दिख रहा है ना? See, इधर थोड़ा storage हो गया and बाद में थोड़ा gap आया and again here. Okay, and again like that. So some बच्चों they will wear ना here beaded जैसा like एक string होता है and इधर एक bead, इधर एक bead, इधर एक bead, understanding it, and इधर कुछ तो locket कुछ तो रहेगा, understanding it, like that. If with regular intervals one beaded like structure it is formed, then that is called due to the storage. Of course, sir, how the bead it is formed? Obviously the bead it will be formed due to the storage of the food material, understanding it, then that is called as a beaded or moniliform root. Understanding it? An example, vitis मतलब grapes. Understanding it? Grapes को क्या बोलते हैं आप what हिंदी में? अंगूर, I think so. If I'm wrong, please don't mind. Okay, I think so. अंगूर. Okay, so this is grape. In it can be seen in grape. And also bitter gourd. आप खा रहे हैं ना? I think so. Bitter gourd, no one like it. Understanding it? So bitter gourd मतलब क्या बोलता है? करेला, I think so. Okay, Karela, understanding it, and Portulaca, understanding. So these are the best example for beaded roots, understanding it. So again, I repeat, if the storage of the adventitious root, if it is taking place like beads in a string, then that is called as moniliform or beaded roots. Understood? If you have any confusions, please ask. If you understood, there is no problem. I will go to the next slide. Okay.
Sir, gap में क्या present होता है फिर?
No, nothing is present. Nothing is present. Okay. देखो, this is root and इधर थोड़ा storage होता है. Understanding? And और थोड़ा gap will be there. And इधर और एक बार storage and और थोड़ा gap. ऐसा beaded जैसे if they store, then that is called as moniliform. देखो इधर आपको दिख रहा है ना? There is nothing in the middle. Is it okay?
Sir,
can I yeah
Sir,
please.
Portulaca means
It's a
which
plant. Understanding, it's a plant. Okay,
Yes,
otherwise I'll do one thing.
common
That
name can be
Portulaca image I will download it and I'll send you. Okay, I'll send it in the group, not you. I'll send it in the group. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Or can I go for the next one? Yes, the next one, annulated roots. Understanding it? If the storage, if it takes place like a ring, dekho, either a ring, this is just imagine this is a normal root. Imagine this is a normal root. If the storage, if it takes place like a series of rings, either a ring and either a ring or either a ring, is a series of rings जैसे storage is happening, then that is called as annulated root. Okay, and the best example is psychorotia. Understanding it? Psychorotia is the best example. Okay, annulated root matlab storage of the adventitious root. It takes place in such a way it forms rings. Understanding it? Yes. Okay, then that is called as annulated root. Understanding it? An example, psychorotia. Any doubts in annulated? No doubts in annulated. Can I go for the next one?
No doubt, sir.
Sorry, what you said? Someone said something, so can you repeat? I did not listen to you. I'm sorry for that.
Sir, एक बार फिर बताओ ना.
Okay, एक बार फिर. Okay, imagine this is a normal root. Okay, now in this the storage it is taking place. Just imagine how the storage it takes place in form of a series of rings. Either thoda storage and again either thoda storage. Due to the storage it forms like a ring. Okay, ऐसा, and either एक storage like a ring either storage like a ring, like that a series of rings jaise, understanding it, a series of rings jaise the storage it is taking place, then that is called as annulated root. Now samajh mein aaya?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay, I'll go to the next one. Okay, yeah, here you can see the comparison. Did you see the comparison? Till now, whatever I explained, the comparison. Tuberous root. See, with regular intervals, you can be able to see the formation of tuber. Like a bunch, if it is forming, then that is called as fasciculated root. Now, beads like a string. Beads in a string, say the storage it is taking place, beaded root. Whereas, if the tips they become swollen due to the storage of the food material, then that is called as nodulous root. Whereas, if it is forming like a series of rings, then that is called as annulated root. Understanding it? So till now I explained this many modifications. You can see the diagram. Understanding it? And yesterday one student, I don't know which batch, okay, because that student kya bolte hain, she did not what do you call, ask her doubt in the group. She asked me personally, sir, your notes is not available. Students, I think so you did not check it properly. This notes, it is available in the PDF form in the same app. Understanding it? You can happily download it, copy it. Or my recorded lecture is also there in the same app. Understanding it? It is like auto recording. It automatically, whatever I am speaking, everything it automatically gets recorded. You can on the recorded lecture once again and copy down, or you can download that particular PDF format and you can write your notes. So I think I answered your question. Not only to that girl, I am telling to all the students, my notes is clearly available in the same app. Okay. Now, advantageous roots for mechanical strength. Till now, I explained about advantageous roots, which helps in the storage. Understanding it? Now, I'm sorry, which helps in the storage. Now I am explaining about the advantageous roots which helps in the mechanical support. Mechanical support matlab, dekho, imagine this is a sugarcane plant. Just imagine this is a sugarcane plant. Okay. Now this is a nodal region and this is a nodal region, and the gap that is present between two nodes, that is called as internode, and this is called nodal region. Okay. Now this is one more node, and again this is internode, and again this is one more node. Now either soil, understanding it, and either say you can be able to see the roots. And imagine this is the sugarcane plant. Sugarcane plant में क्या होता है ना, basically sugarcane plant is what, monocot plant. And monocot plants may there is no branching. I think you know branching is present only in the dicot stems, but it is absent in the monocots. That's why what happens, the stem always grows straight. If you take sugarcane, aisa hi jata hai. Understanding it? It goes straight. Understanding it? You don't have any branches. Have you ever seen sugarcane ke liye any branches? Rice plant ke liye any branches? Wheat plant ke liye any branches? Never you can be able to see, because monocots mein branching is absent. Main stem only present, and that main stem only it produces the leaves, flowers, fruits, whatever it may be. But if you take dicots, the main stem, let us draw, otherwise you don't understand. Imagine this is a main stem. After some time it produces two branches, and after some time again it produces some branches, and after some time again it produces some branches, and this is taking place in the dicots. Understanding it? Whereas monocots mein branching is absent. Understanding it? Idhar tak any confusions are there? Please tell me. Dicots, monocots, branching mein kuch issues hai kya? Please tell.
Sir.
Yeah. हाँ बेटा बोलिए, सुन रहे. Okay, I think so you understood. Now if you take this mechanical support, देखो sugarcane ये straight जाता है, it go like straight जाता है. Understanding it? That's why हवा आएगा तो it will bend. Am I correct or not? But sugarcane don't bend. Why? You know, the last 2-3 nodes, understand it, there is no count. Sir, exactly 2 nodes or exactly 3 nodes, so don't ask me, because exactly nahi, according to the need, sometimes it may become 4 also. The last nodes, what happens, you know, they produces some adventitious roots like this. Understanding it? Ab dikh raha hai na, clearly dikh raha hai na? Like this, which attach to the soil. Okay, like this. Last 2-3 nodes. Sometimes if jarur hai to fourth node also, it produces the adventitious roots. Understanding it? Which fix into the soil so that hawa idhar aayega to it can be able to see. Hawa, imagine hawa, it is coming in this direction. Imagine it is coming in this direction. Then what happens? This side of roots, they will hold it. No, idhar se aa rahe hai, this side of the roots, they will hold. So finally, the stem will be straight only. It don't fall. Understanding it? So these roots which are produced from the last 2-3 nodes of the monocots, they are called as stilt roots. They are called as stilt roots. Understanding it? Either मैंने लिखा stilt roots, STILT, stilt roots. Understanding it? And stilt roots, did you notice it or not? They are growing oblique. Oblique matlab ऐसा, oblique. That's why stilt roots are also called as oblique roots. Understanding it? Any doubts in this? Now stilt roots, they are produced in the monocots. They are produced in monocots for the mechanical support. So stilt roots can be, let us take either, I'll write stilt roots. They're also called as oblique roots, and they're also called as brass roots. They're also called as brass roots. Understanding it? And they are produced only in the monocots. Only in the monocots. Understanding it? Now I'm stopping matlab just I'm taking a small break. Now you tell me stilt roots mein kuch confusion se, then I'll go for the prop roots. Stilt root, any confusions? Okay, I think so, no confusions. Now let us take a prop root. Understanding it? If you take prop root, let us imagine this is a big banyan tree. Understanding it? A बहुत बड़ा banyan tree. Understanding it? And banyan tree आपको पता है ना, it produces branches like this and बहुत बड़ा canopy रहेगा, इतना बड़ा. Understanding it? And because the branches, they are spreading so long, it needs some support. Understanding it? Otherwise the plant, it will fall like this. अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ऐसा हो जाएगा प्लांट, ये सॉइल है ना, प्लांट कैसा हो जाएगा ना, ऐसा हो जाएगा. Understanding it? But you don't want to come down, you don't want to touch the soil. That's why what happens, you know, beach mate produces some roots, and these roots, they are called as prop roots. And prop roots, they are coming like a pillar. That's why prop roots are also called as pillar roots. Understanding it? And this can be seen in dicots. That means stilt roots always in monocots, and prop roots always in dicots. But both stilt and prop roots, dono, they are meant for mechanical support only. So I am stopping. You can ask stilt root mein, prop root mein, any small doubt, single doubt also you can happily ask. Otherwise I'll go to the next one.
सर इन दो रूट में डिफरेंस क्या है फिर?
See, basically stilt roots, they are produced in monocots. Understanding it? Whereas prop roots, they are produced in dicots. This is the first difference. Second difference bhi hai. What is that? You know, always stilt roots, they grow oblique. Oblique matlab kaisa hai na? See, dekho aisa. Understanding it? They grow oblique. Understanding it? And pillar roots, they come straight. Either why I have to draw? See, this is, dekho, this is a prop root. Direct, you can see the direct image, and this is prop root. So it is coming like a pillar, whereas dekho is the stilt root. White wala dikh raha hai na? See how they are growing oblique. Did you notice it or not? They are growing oblique. Understanding it? And when you compare the stilt root with prop root, stilt roots are little weak, whereas prop roots are very strong. अभी समझ में ना what is the difference?
Yes sir.
Okay. और कुछ है तो बोलिए, otherwise I'll go to the next one. Yeah, any doubts? Can I go to the next one? I think so. I can go to the next one because no one are asking. Matlab, you must have understood.
सर ब्रास रूट का मीनिंग क्या है फिर?
Stilt roots are only called as brass roots. Understanding it? The other name, for example, basically, what is my name? Kalyan. And आप मुझे क्या बोलते हैं? Biology sir. मैं biology sir है क्या? It's my other name. Understanding it due to the profession.
Okay sir.
Okay. And you know, after coming to this profession, ना मैं मेरा नाम ही भूल गए. Everyone call me biology sir only. Okay. Now the next one is buttress root. Okay, if you take buttress root, देखो basically the main stem is this is the main stem. The buttress root, it starts somewhere from the middle of the stem and it pass like this. You're understanding it like a snake. They either clearly I need not even draw also. See, this is the main stem. Clearly आपको दिख रहा है ना? See, this is the main stem. Somewhere from the middle of the stem you can be able to see the roots. They are growing like this. See, they are growing like a snake. And I have a personal experience with this. Actually, my childhood, it is in a village, understanding it. And just beside our school only, this type of tree, it is present. And we used to put, if mother packs any sweet items, we used to hide in this particular trunks. And afternoon time mein, understand, we used to go and we used to collect it and we used to eat it, understanding it. And I have a personal experience with buttress root. Okay, buttress root समझ में है ना? Buttress root में any confusions are there? I think no. Okay, and example is ficus and also bombex and also terminalia, understanding it. So these are the examples for the buttress root. Again, I repeat, if you don't ask also, as a part of clarity, I'm repeating, from the middle of the stem there arises the adventitious roots which passes like a snake and they helps in the support, then that is called as buttress root. Okay, now the next one, are you have any confusion? Please let me know now only.
Second point क्या है?
Okay, second point. It is a characteristic feature of tropical rainforest. What is the meaning of tropical rainforest? Usually, some forest regions, they consisting of continuous rainfall only. In that particular tropical regions में continuous rainfall है ना, that regions में this type of buttress root plants, they are mostly present. इतना ही. Is it clear? It's a region. It's a yes, बोलिए.
Sir, is there any specific reason that why the this type of root are mostly found in the tropical rainforest?
Basically, wherever the rain is more, there what happens, you know, there the wet quantity, that means the moisture quantity is zyada hai. That's why the plant don't get the proper fixation. I'm sorry students, just 1 second. Just 1 second. I'm sorry. Yeah, now I'm continuing. Now basically rainforest मतलब क्या है? Rainfall ज़्यादा है. Because rainfall ज़्यादा है ना, the soil it becomes थोड़ा wet. That's why the roots cannot be able to fix grip, उसको अच्छे से नहीं मिलेगा. That's why they produces this particular roots which is spread to the wide direction. That means they can spread so long, so that itna long if they get fixed na, they will get proper support. Apart from that, there is no any other reason.
Okay, sir, understood.
Yeah. So you understood. So I'm going to the next slide. Yes. Yeah, the next one, climbing roots. I think so. Everyone, at least half. Yes, please off your mic, beta. Whenever you have doubt only, please on the mic. Otherwise, it disturbs the class. I don't know who is that. You please on the mic when you have doubt. Otherwise, please keep it off. Okay. Okay, now the next one is nothing but climbing root. I think so at least half of the students who are listening to this class, their house में this plant is there. You will call some money plant, कुछ तो बोलते हैं, understand it? But money plant, its actual name is pothos. I don't know how many of your houses it is there, and understand it. If you take this pothos money plant, देखो इधर एक नोड है and here there will be one leaf, and इधर एक node है, इधर एक leaf. Now what happens, from every node there arises roots like this. Understand it? Which attaches to the wall, so that it can be able to claim straight. Understand? See, dekho, it is growing straight. How it is growing straight on this particular coconut tree? So this is a coconut tree. On this money plant it is growing. Did you see these roots? Did you see? Are you noticing these roots? And these roots are nothing but climbing roots. They come and they attaches. They make a grip on that particular wall or on the stem, and they can grow straight. Then that is called as climbing roots. Samajh mein na? I think so. Everyone, I am thinking so. All must have seen climbing roots. If you have any doubts, please ask. No doubts? Okay. Next slide. Yes, foliar roots. In the name itself, what is the meaning of foliar? Foliar matlab leaf. Leaf, it is also called as foliage. Understanding it? Now, if the roots they are arising from the leaf itself, then that is called as foliar leaves. Understanding it? An example, and this also everyone must have seen, bryophyllum. Understanding it? The green color leaf will be there, na, that bryophyllum. Okay, and that bryophyllum, imagine this is a leaf, and from the leaf only the roots arises, and they helps in reproduction. And this plant you must have seen now. Dekho how the roots are coming. So if the roots are coming from the root itself, from the leaf itself, then that is called as foliar or epiphyllous roots. Okay, an example, bryophyllum and begonia. Okay, I'm sorry, bignonia. Any doubts in this foliar roots? Any doubts in the foliar roots? Okay, I think so, no doubt. That's why no one are speaking. Yes, sucking roots. थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनो, अदरवाइज यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. मैं पहले ही बोल रहे, सकिंग रूट्स आप अच्छा से सुनना चाहिए, अदरवाइज यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड. देखो, sucking roots, they can be seen in parasitic plants. Understanding it? What is the meaning of parasitic plant? Can anyone on the mic, can anyone tell what is the meaning of parasitic plant? Around many students are participating. So any one student, can you please tell me what is the meaning of parasitic plant? No one wanted to answer. Okay, if you don't want to answer, there is no problem. I don't force anyone usually. So if you take parasitic plant, the plant which depends upon the host, there are some plants like cuscuta, viscum, and dendrophyte, and these are the plants. What happens, imagine this is one plant. Just imagine this is one plant. Okay, and imagine it produces some branches. Just imagine this produces some. Now what happens, this cuscuta, viscum, they grow on this plant. Let us take this is what I call viscum. Dekho, it grow on this plant like this. You're understanding it? So it attaches to this particular main host plant, and what happens, it produces the roots which penetrate into this particular stem. And it absorbs the water and also food from the host plant. So because the roots are helpful in absorbing or sucking the nutrients from the host plant, that's why it is called as sucking or hostorial or parasitic roots. Understanding it? And that can be seen in parasitic plants like viscum, cuscuta, etc. Understanding it? Did you understand parasitic roots? Any
I
doubts
have
in
a doubt.
parasitic roots? Huh?
Sir, does the parasitic roots cause damage to the host plant?
Yeah, damage to hota hai, but it is not hazardous, but it don't take the life of the host. Understanding it? Yeah, obviously damage to hota hai. See, one root, it is penetrating into the stem of the another plant. Matlab obviously damage to hota hai. Understand? But that damage do not lead to the death of that particular host.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Anyone? Any doubts? Okay, I think no doubts. So I'm going to the next one. Now, assimilatory roots. Yesterday, I don't know which batch. Usually, I don't remember the things. So yesterday, sir, how roots perform photosynthesis, sir? Some student asked. Then I told in the next class I will tell. See, I am telling it. See, assimilatory roots, matlab, they're also called as photosynthetic roots. Understanding it? If you take some plants like Tinospora, either Tinospora, Trapa, and also Podostium, understanding it? Podostimon, understanding it? If you take these particular plants, what happens? Imagine this is a plant. Just imagine this is a plant, and these are the leaves. Okay, this is a plant and these are the leaves, and what happens, they produce some advantageous roots like this. They produce some advantageous roots, and these advantageous roots, they become photosynthetic. That means they also, leaves also perform photosynthesis, and along with the leaves, this particular advantageous roots also they perform photosynthesis, and the root which perform the photosynthesis, then that is called as photosynthetic or assimilatory root. समझ में है ना? An example क्या है? Tinospora, Trapa, and also Podostimon. And so these are the example. Assimilatory roots are photosynthetic roots. Understood? Any confusions? Please tell me if you have any confusions.
Sir, can you please explain it again?
Okay, no problem. I'll explain. Dekho, imagine this is Tinospora. Just imagine, this is a Tinospora plant. Okay. Consider this is a stem. Okay, and imagine this is a node, and let us take this is a node, and let us take this is one more node. Now nodes say what is happening? Roots are these leaves are produced from the nodal region only. The roots will be produced. Now along with the roots, this Tinospora, it also produces some roots. These are called as adventitious roots. Yesterday I told you what is the meaning of adventitious roots? The roots which arises from any part of the plant body, then that is called as adventitious root. Now leaf, anyway, every one of us know leaf perform the photosynthesis, but along with the leaf, this adventitious root also, if it helps in the photosynthesis, then that particular root, it is called as assimilatory or photosynthetic root. Abhi samajh mein hai na?
Yes, I understood.
Very good, very good.
Thank
Any other students have any confusions?
Yes,
can I go for the next one?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Please ask.
Sir, any plant along with this adventitious root, other type of roots are present or not?
Yeah. See, basically, main roots are main roots only. For example, let us take this is a Tinospora. Now, if you take soil, it also has its own root system, the tap root system. Understanding it? So it has its proper root system. See, try to understand. Don't compare the adventitious roots with the normal roots. Adventitious roots are always produced from the any other part of the plant body. You're understanding it or not? So adventitious roots are completely different from the normal roots. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good.
And
Very
that
good.
is two roots are present, na?
Yeah. For example, if you take banyan tree, main root system is main root system, and adventitious root system is adventitious. That means dono are present.
Okay, sir, understood.
Okay, good, very good. So I'll go to the next one. Chalega na? Now, someone please off the mic when you have doubts, only on the mic. Please don't disturb the other students. Please off the mic, beta. I don't know who is that. I can't even see them also. Please off the mic. If you have doubt, only on the mic. Okay. Very good. Now the next one, very, very important one, and it is also asked in your NEET exam also. This is a very, very important question. Hygroscopic root. First of all, before students, bachon, please understand, don't on your mic unless you have doubt. It's my request. Please understand. It is disturbing the other students also. Please understand. Okay, very good, very good. Now, first of all, let me tell you, I will tell hygroscopic route, but before that, what is the meaning of hygroscopy? You should understand. Hygroscopy matlab, if any tissue matlab, you know na, if any tissue has the capacity to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere, then that is called as hygroscopy. I'll write it. If any tissue has ability to absorb moisture, absorb the moisture from atmosphere. You know, atmosphere consisting of moisture, atmosphere consisting of some amount of moisture content also. Understanding it, you will call as हमारा chemistry teacher से उसको बोलते हैं humidity, कुछ तो बोलते हैं. Understand? Biology में we will call it as moisture only. Understanding it? So whatever it may be, if any tissue has the capacity to absorb the moisture content from the atmosphere, then that capacity is called as hygroscopy. अभी हाइग्रोस्कोपी मतलब समझ में आया ना? इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड देन आई विल गो फॉर hygroscopic routes. Otherwise I'll again explain hygroscopy. Please tell me, hygroscopy में any confusions are there? Hygroscopy में any problem? You understood what is hygroscopy?
No doubt, sir.
No doubt.
Sir,
सच में
explain
समझ.
once again.
See, देखो, don't confuse. Plant में some tissues are there. Okay, plant में many tissues are there na. If the plant tissue has capacity, has ability to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere itself. Let us take this is atmosphere, and imagine this is a plant. Understanding it? And the plant, they consisting of some tissue. And imagine this tissue has the capacity to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. And this type of characteristic is called as hygroscopy. Now समझ में आया? बेटा समझ में आया ना? Why she is not responding? Okay, I don't know what exactly happened. If you have any further doubts, you can WhatsApp me. Okay. Now, hygroscopic roots, matlab, see, there are certain plants like orchids and also benda. Okay, these plants. Imagine this is a here. Whatever you are seeing now, this is nothing but one type of orchid. Actually, आपको ये image दिख रहा है, this is nothing but a kind of orchid. Understanding it? If you take this orchid, if these plants are there na, these are the roots. Understanding it? And the roots, they consisting of a special tissue that is called as velamen tissue. That is called as velamen tissue. Understanding it? And this velamen tissue is hygroscopic tissue. Just now I told you what is the meaning of hygroscopic tissue. If a tissue has a capacity to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere, then that is called as hygroscopic tissue. And if you take orchids and also this benda, they are developing a special tissue, an exclusive tissue, and that tissue, it is called as velamen tissue. And this velamen tissue has capacity, ability to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere. Understanding it? So that's why hygroscopic roots are also called as velamen roots. Understanding it? Now, any doubts are there? What is the meaning of hygroscopic root, velamen root? समझ में आया ना? Students, sir, please tell me. Yes, please. बोले बेटा, सुन रहे? Okay. Hope you understood. Now I am going to the next one. I think so. We already came to the end of the class. I think so. Maximum 5 minutes. I am going to finish it. Now, let us take the next one. The next one is contractile root. I am telling you, really a variety type of roots. सच में बोल रहे हैं ना, a kind of variety type of roots only. These are contractile roots. You know, roots. Please understand. Imagine this is a plant, and just imagine this is a root. Okay. Just imagine this is a root, and you know the root has capacity to contract and also relax. For example, this root. Imagine it grown up to just imagine 100 centimeters. उसको पानी जरूर पड़ा, imagine it needs some water, understanding it, and a इधर पानी नहीं है, imagine इधर पानी है, then what happens, it can be able to contract, understand it. So now it can be able to retrieve its length, that means it becomes shorten, it becomes shorten. Rubber band जैसे, see rubber band जैसे ना, rubber it will elasticity होगा, so you can extend it and again you can make it vertical to the normal size. Did you notice it or not? Like that, this roots can be able to extend and also it can be able to come back. Sir, why this? And this is all due to the availability of water. According to the availability of the water, if they change their size, then that is called as contractile root. Understanding it? Okay. Any doubts? Contractile root. An example is crocus. Okay.
Is the process of contraction of the root a slow process or fast process?
Actually, there is no, it's a hypothetical question because it's a slow and gradual process only, I can say. It's not a quick process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, how
Yes, sir.
fruits are contract?
See, it's basic ability. See, I told you modification yesterday only. I told you, if I'm correct, modification means ability of an organism to change the body according to the need. That's why it is called as modified root. Now, see, normal root cannot be able to do this. I'm telling you, normal root can never be able to do this. It is a modified root. What is the meaning of modification? Change according to the change in the body according to the need. That is called as modification. See, it got that character, it developed that character, understanding it by modifying.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Very good, very good, very good. Okay, can I go for the next one? I think maximum 2-3 minutes we are going to finish, students, because all the modifications of roots are completed. Maximum 2 are there, if I am correct. Yeah. Root thorns. What is the meaning of root thorns? If you take pothos, understanding it, let us take, this is a plant, and imagine this is a node, understanding it. Now this is a leaf. Now what happens, it produces some advantageous roots. देखो, इधर एक leaf और एक leaf and थोड़ा advantageous roots. Now what happens, this advantageous roots, they becomes very hard. आप हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? काटा. हिंदी में काटा बोलते हैं ना. So they becomes very hard, so that it protects itself from the grazing plants. For example, any sheep, goat or buffalo or cow, if it comes and if it eats, उसको damage हो जाएगा ना. So to prevent the damage, it produces advantageous roots, and that advantageous roots, they are converting into some what I call pointed structures. हिंदी में you will आप बोलता है ना काटा, understand, very sharp, and a sharp needles जैसा होता है, so that उसको protection मिलेगा. समझ में ना? And that can be seen in pothos. समझ में ना root thorns?
Sir, please explain again.
See, देखो, okay, I'll explain. देखो, imagine this is a plant, okay? Imagine just this is a plant, okay? Now, imagine this is a node and it is producing one root, and this is another node, again producing one more leaf. Now, from every node, there arises some advantageous roots. देखो, these are advantageous roots. Now, these advantageous roots, धीरे-धीरे, slowly, they converts into hard thorn-like, very hard and pointed thorn-like. Understanding it? Just like needles of what I call syringes. Needles रहेगा ना, like that they becomes very hard, so that they are very sharp. If any grazing animal like sheep, goat, if it comes, it don't eat, because for example, if it wanted to eat, it may damage its tongue or mouth na. That's why, to protect itself from the grazing animals, this produces advantageous roots, and the advantageous roots convert themselves into needle-like structures. Then that is called as root thorns, and the best example is pothos. अभी समझ में है ना?
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good.
Sir, and the thorns which we see on some plants, that thorns and these thorns are different.
Yes, there because that thorns are also produced from adventitious only, and these are also produced from adventitious only. Understanding it? So, dono adventitious in their origin, but sometimes if you take rose, it becomes like a hook, and if you take some dalbergia, you can be able to see like this pointed. Understanding? And some they are like this arrows. Apart from that, there won't be any other change. Understanding it? Basically their function is protection only.
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay, I think last one, I am thinking so, last one, because I already completed all the modifications. This is the last one if I'm correct. Yes, reproductive roots. Reproductive roots matlab dekho, if you take sweet potato and also dalia, imagine this is a root. Just imagine this is a plant. Okay, now this is a normal root, and sweet potato I already explained, students. I think so. If I remember, today my class I started with this only. Imagine this is adventitious root. Now adventitious root, it helps in the storage of the food material. Dekho. Esa. Now, how many of you have seen sweet potato clearly? If you see this is a sweet potato, just imagine this is a sweet potato, and the sweet potato may you can be able to see some small buds. Understanding it? And these buds are called as adventitious buds. I repeat, adventitious buds. Now if you cut this portion and you put it in the soil, they can be able to produce another sweet potato plant. Understanding it? Again I repeat, the storage roots have some buds called as adventitious buds, and these adventitious buds, you put it in the soil, they develop into individual plant. Then this is called as a reproductive roots. Individual plant, then this is called as a reproductive root. समझ में है ना? What is reproductive root? और एक बार explain करूं मैं. Any
Understood, sir.
student understood na? Okay. Now the very last one. Today हमारा lesson खत्म. Yes, leaf roots. See, there are certain plants like salvia. See, salvinia. Understanding it? In salvinia, what happens? It is water plant. Water plant, matlab it lives in water. Understanding it? So imagine this is water, and imagine these are the leaves. Either dikh rahe na, that is nothing but salvia only. आप क्या दिख रहा है ना? This image is nothing but salvia. Imagine these are the leaves of this particular plant. Now what happens? Because it is living in water, it needs some balance. Balance के लिए some leaves they convert themselves into roots. Understanding it? Some leaves they modify themselves in form of roots. Then that is called as leaf roots. I repeat once again, safety के लिए. If you take aquatic plants मतलब the plants which live in water. Now because they live in water, usko balance chahiye, they need to balance themselves. That's why imagine this is the salvinia plant. Just imagine this is a salvinia plant. To balance itself, some leaves they convert themselves into the roots. If the roots are developed from the leaves for balancing, then that is called as leaf roots. Understanding it? Which can be seen in salvinia. Okay, with this I completed the lesson today. Today's lesson is done. All the root modifications are finished, and tomorrow we need to start a fresh topic, that is stem. Tomorrow I'll start a fresh new topic, that is stem. Okay, today's lesson may any doubts, so please ask. You can on your mic and yeah. Madam, your voice is breaking, so I think so. Room से बाहर आओ. I don't know what you do, but आपको voice is breaking. I think your signal is weak. Yeah, any student, any doubts? Today's my lesson is completed. You can ask any doubt. So please, I'm waiting for your doubts. Please respond. Otherwise, tomorrow we will meet, whatever you say. If you don't have any doubts, we will meet tomorrow. I'll end the class. No doubt, no doubt. Okay. Okay, I think so, no doubt. Thank you so much, students. And tomorrow,
सर
uh, yeah, बोलिए बोलिए, some
लीफ रूट एक बार रिपीट करो ना,
repeat
वो
करूँ.
नेटवर्क
Okay,
प्रॉब्लम.
network problem, no problem. I'll again explain it. देखो, there are some plants which live in water. Okay, and that plants are called as aquatic plants. Aquatic plants मतलब the plants which live in water. See, when they are living in water, उसको थोड़ा balance तो चाहिए ना. That's why what happens, see, there are some plants like salvinia, which is a water plant. उसको leaves है ना. So imagine this is a salvinia plant, and imagine 10 leaves are there. Just imagine, only for your understanding, 10 leaves में 2 to 3 leaves, they modify themselves into for the formation of the roots. Understanding it? If the roots are formed by the modification of the leaf for balancing, then that is called as a leaf root. Abhi samajh mein hai na? Just for
Yes sir.
balancing. Yes.
Yes sir, understood.
Okay. So that is all about today's lesson, students. Thank you very much. And if you have any doubts, you can even WhatsApp me also. Hamara group is there, na SNT group. In that, you can happily message it. Uh, and tomorrow, I'll meet you with a special topic, one more topic that is nothing but STEM. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye. Bye, students.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.